Hello and welcome to another manga spotlight. This is Aliens Area, a new series by Weekly Shōnen Jump. This came out 2 days ago at the time of this recording. By the time you guys see this upload, it'll probably be like 5 days ago. I will be uploading it before Chapter 2 comes out, which comes out this Sunday. And you guys can read that for free on Manga Plus. So yeah, usually for the manga spotlights, I like to spotlight series that have been out for a while and series that don't have an official English release. Series that's basically the only way you can read them is through fan translations. But I enjoyed this one chapter enough, so I figured, hey, let's talk about it. But yeah, let's go over the summary real quick. So Tokyo, planet Earth. High school Tatsumi Tatsunami lost his parents at a young age and now works multiple part-time jobs to live a hectic but peaceful life with his younger siblings. One day, his body undergoes a sudden change, and now mysterious beings are showing up at his house. In order to protect the people he holds dear, in order to protect Earth, or area, Tatsumi must awaken. He better, because they are already here. Best way to describe this series is this is Japan's take on Men in Black. In fact, we even get some things that are directly lifted from Men in Black. We'll get to that a little bit later. But yeah, let's jump right into a breakdown summary of this chapter. For anyone curious, there will not be any interior artwork, and the reason for that is simple. Japan's publications tend to go hardcore when it comes to copy striking anything that shows their artwork. In fact, the only thing I'm showing is this right here, which is like the thumbnail. So we start off with planet Earth and the moon, and it says the people of Earth don't have the technology to travel to other planets with intelligent life, which is true. But what if other planets that do have intelligent life possess the technology to come to Earth? They could commit any heinous acts that they want, and Earthlings would be able to not do anything about it. Which again is true when you think about it. I mean, if aliens had the technology to be able to come to this planet, we have nothing that we can do to really stop them. But in this world, these areas where these aliens commit heinous acts, they're lawless zones, and they're called Aliens Area. That's where the title for this series comes from. So we have our main character. His name is Tatsumi. Tatsumi is a great athlete. We find that out because he actually has a sports scholarship to a really good college, but he ends up turning it down, and no one understands why. And we see him, and he's working multiple part-time jobs. One of them is delivering newspapers, and he doesn't really get paid all that much. His boss kind of harangues him about, you're planning on going to a good college, right? And he's like, no. And his boss kind of is like, man, you kids never learn. You should go to a good college. But he does this job anyways, and most of it is because the wife of his boss usually cooks him a homemade meal that he's able to go and share with his siblings. And this is why he doesn't plan on going to college, is because his parents are dead, and it's up to him to raise his two younger siblings, a younger brother and a younger sister. So basically, parenthood is thrust upon him at a young age, and he doesn't want to take the scholarship. He doesn't want to go to a good college, because then if he's too busy with school, how are his siblings going to survive? Where are they going to go? Who's going to take care of them? Who's going to raise money for their schooling, for their food, for their clothing? There is no one else. It's just him. So that's why he turns down going to college. He turns down the scholarship. He works a bunch of terrible jobs that don't really pay him all that much, so he can be with his siblings and he can support them. And his goal in life, his thing is, as long as we're together, as long as if the three of us are living happily together, that's all that matters to me. Like, nothing else matters to me but them. And yeah, life is pretty rough. Like, he barely has enough to buy a backpack for his younger sister who's just starting school. He's already like, man, I'm going to need another job to start paying for her school supplies. And so we have him working multiple jobs. We see one of them where he's basically a dishwasher at this ramen shop. And his hand starts acting weird. He starts dropping a bunch of items, dropping plates and breaking them. One of them like slices open his hand, and we see like this like bubbling liquid coming out of it, but then his hand immediately heals. So he ends up going to the hospital. They run tests on him. They're like, your hand seems to be perfectly fine. Maybe like whatever is going on is psychological. Maybe you're just working too hard and things are just, going weird for you. And as he steps out, we see our secondary protagonist. And he's this weird looking guy. His name is Shiraku. And Shiraku basically shows his police badge and says, hey, like, I want for you to voluntarily come with me. I have some stuff that we need to talk about. We're going to have to recall some painful memories. It's about a fire that happened 6 years ago. And in this fire, basically, his parents had just died recently. Fire was raining down on him, and he saw this bright flash of lights. And then he was afraid, and the firemen believe it was just shock. They have no idea what this flash of light was, but they don't really believe that Tatsumi saw this. And so, Tatsumi's like, nah, I don't want to go with you. Like, I don't want to deal with my past. I'm just going to go back home. So he goes home and he sees this weird dude just standing outside of his apartment door. And he's like, all right, whatever. So he walks inside, goes to shut the door behind him when he sees someone else inside the house. Before he can do anything, the weird guy outside walks in, closes the door, and locks it behind him. Yeah, these two people are basically like, hey, we need to talk. Tatsumi does a smart thing, tries to call the cops, but he gets no signal. And then that's when these people kind of starts transforming. Their eyes get really big and black, and they kind of look like a mix between humans and grays. And they start talking to him about him being an earthling and how he has something that they want, his arm. And his arm starts like freaking out, starts turning black, it starts vibrating. Yeah, one of the aliens basically explains that there's radio waves, electronic magnetic waves, and they interfere with each other. And many forms of energy travel in three-dimensional space and in similar types of waves. Your right hand's in poorer condition because of the result of interference from outer space. Basically, there was an outer space substance that was ebbed inside your arm, and we want it back, and we have no problems killing you in order to extract it. And that's when all of a sudden the door opens up, and his younger siblings show up. And they're kind of confused about why there's these two weird-looking people in the house. And the man grabs the two kids, and he's going to crush their head when Tatsumi rushes at them to try to save them. And he realizes he's not going to make it in time. He's not going to be able to get to his siblings before they get their heads crushed. And so he's praying for something to happen. He reaches out his hand, and all of a sudden his hand stretches out and punches the alien in the stomach, blasts him through the door, ricochets him off a bunch of cars, and smashes him into an opposing wall outside. So yeah, we discover that Tatsumi's hands, not only was it ebbed with alien energy, it can stretch. It can stretch like Luffy from One Piece. It can stretch like Reed Richards from the Fantastic Four. And there's also a lot of power behind his punches. It's not just that his arm can grow long, but it packs quite a punch. And the hand then morphs back to its regular size. And that's when he kind of gets smacked down by the female alien. He tells his younger brother to run because his sister is still knocked out. His younger brother is up, and he tells him, like, you got to run. You got to run and call for help. But the younger brother's terrified. Instead of running for help, the younger brother comes to Tatsumi and kind of hugs his head. And it's like this really sad kind of scene. I was like, oh, I feel sad for this little brother. But yeah, he realizes, like, I can't die and leave my siblings alone. So he grabs his siblings. He tries to protect them, tries to shield them with his body. But before he can get attacked, Shiraku shows up. And Shiraku has this weird cane that he uses to dispatch this female alien. Then he pulls out this rubber band. The rubber band grows huge, wraps around the alien, and then shrinks and basically, bondages them up. And more people show up dressed in suits. And Shiraku basically explains that I work for Section 5 of the Foreign Affairs. We basically deal with aliens. Our police force is tasked with handling aliens. You, Tatsumi, have two options. We can erase your memories right now, make it look like maybe there's some kind of gas explosion or something, and you can go on with your regular life. Or you can come with me, come under the protection of the Foreign Affairs 5, and we'll pay you. Like anyone that works for us gets compensated. And so this is the moment where we have a scene straight out of Men in Black, where we have some of Tatsumi's neighbors showing up, and they're kind of looking in, they're kind of confused. And some of the men in suits turn to them and say, these aren't aliens, these are just normal people. And they basically put on sunglasses and they crush this little ball, kind of looks like an egg. I don't know what exactly it is, but it causes a flash, which wipes out the neighbor's memories. And as this is happening, Saraku basically explains that we're seeking out victims like you. Basically, aliens have come to Earth and they've implanted subsistence inside of normal humans. We think it's kind of like what we do, like where we put implant devices into animals to watch over them, to see what they do, to conduct research. We believe that the aliens are doing this to humans. So we're trying to track down all the humans that have these implants inside of them. You're one of the ones that we were able to find. We want you to work for us, and in return, we will compensate you. And our job is to preserve the coexistence between aliens and Earthlings. And it's a nice, stable government job. Before we get his answer, the chapter ends. And that's Aliens Area. So like I said, you can read this for free on Manga Plus. This video is going to come out on Friday, and 2 days later on Sunday, chapter 2 will come out. So yeah, if this video interested you in any way, go give it a look-see. See if it's any good. If you like Men in Black, check it out. But yeah, go give it a read. It was good. I'm glad to see, another weekly series that I can check out, especially since the one that I was really looking forward to, the one that I enjoyed reading every week, ended up getting canceled. And that was Ayashimon. I actually did a video for that series. And unfortunately, it got the axe, and I will say that the ending was not all that great. It didn't really... There's no closure. It just kind of felt rushed, and we don't really... Yeah, it's kind of a bummer. I hate when that happens. It's always weird to me. Like, you get great series. Like I said, like Ayashimon, great series, didn't survive. Meanwhile, you get like just the same old cliche isekai that ends up lasting for 100+ chapters. And this isn't like a knock on isekai series. I've done plenty videos of those for my spotlights, and I enjoy some of them, even some of the more crappier ones. There's something about them that I do enjoy. But it's just a shame that stuff like that can get 100+ chapters. Meanwhile, all the unique stories just can't survive. Like Ayashimon, Don't Destroy Earth. It just, Spill It Cocktail Nights. It just always bums me out. I will say the good thing about the Spill It Cocktail Nights is that the creator is still continuing the series. They're just doing it on their own now. Rather than it being officially published, they're just doing their own thing. I think they're posting up the chapters on like Twitter and stuff like that and other sites. And so that's good, but it's always a shame when things like that happen. But there you go. There's Aliens Area. Only one chapter out so far, but it looks like a pretty good chapter. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope to see you next time. Take care, everybody. And hey, actually, before I sign off, if you have any recommendations for any manga you think I should go check out, let me know, and I will be down to look for them. Because I'm always trying to look for new series, especially series that, like I said, the whole reason I started this spotlight was to do spotlights on series that don't really get that much love or attention, or series that don't have any English, official English translations. I know that this series isn't one of them, but I have plenty of non-officialized English series on this playlist that you can always go check out. And if you got any that you think I should go see, let me know. Anyways, with that said, hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Take care. Later. So what'd you guys think of that video? I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe, hit that bell for a notification, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And if you did enjoy the video, thank you for watching it this far, and I hope the next video is more to your liking. Feel free to check out the playlists that you guys see, and I hope to see you guys next time. Later.